In this video, I will explain how to read netcdf files with the help of Python and explore the data and plot a geospatial plot and everything. So before that, I would like to request you to like my video and subscribe it and encourage me to do the more videos. Give some motivational support by subscribing and liking the video. Okay, without nonsense, I will go to the main topic. Okay, here we will import the important modules which is needed for the netcdf handling. So this car2py will help you to give the features which is like the boundaries and lakes and everything. This is one of the most equivalent handling of the base map, and matplotlib will handle the figures and everything, and xarray will help you to read the data set and give the structure of arrays. And this matpy is developed by the ncore, which is specially designed for the netcdf files. You can find so many user-friendly packages in it. So here in this line, okay, first we will compile this. Good, it's compiled. And how you know it is this cell is compiled or worked well or not, you can see here this is empty, means it is not compiled. You didn't do anything with this cell. So once we did compilation, it's supposed to give 1 actually, but I run several times, so it will give the sequence of number of compilation. But if you see the number, that means it is compiled and it's already taken into the Python buffering. Well, we will go here, and in this line xr.open dataset, it will open the dataset and put into array format and completely data information. And with the help of matpy package which we already imported, so we will read the variable here. T2 is my variable. T2 means temperature at the 2 meters level. So I would like to see this variable, so I extracted the variable from the data sets which I already read through with help of xarray. So we will see the data set here, complete data, how it looks like. We will see and run it. So here is my data, my WARF output file, and you can see the accelerometer, latitude, longitude and time scale. And this is the time step. It is one time step. If you have a multiple time steps, it also will give some array format. And these are my variables. These are the different dimensions. For example, if you see, I have a 3 dimension, means longitude, latitude and time. So I have a time 1, so maybe I consider as a 2-dimensional this one, but this one I consider as a 3-dimensional. We can see soil layers, means I have a layers. If you wanted to see this data, this is the data information, this attributes, how the data is like. Description is the soil, liquid, water, and these are something others. And if you want to see the data, this will give the information of that. And well, I would like to see another data, maybe this contribution like this. So once you extracted data from the data which you read it, so if you, for example, data where, this will give complete information of your variable, and inside the variable your data looks like. I will run it again. Yeah, here it is the data, so you can see. So if you want to see that, these are the inside longitude, latitude, these are the values, you have it. So I'll go through the next one. So once you read your variable, you have to define your latitude and longitude. You have to define your latitude from the variable extraction. So I will give my y is equal to my latitudes with rest in the data. So I have given the longitude and latitude, and I select the time step at 0. At the 0 time step, what is my data? I am reading the data with this. I'm giving into new variable IM data of my temperature values. So these are my temperature values at the time step 0 with respect to longitude and latitude. So it looks like an array with respect to that. So after that, what I gonna do, this is the place where magic will happen actually. So if you see figure, I'm giving a figure size. I'm opening a new figure with the help of PLT, matplotlib. And after that, I'm giving projection. I'm adding new subplot in the figure, and in this, it's a not a another figure, but within the figure, I'm giving another subplot to put the projection map. So which help of CCRS, which I already read with the help of Cartopy module. So here I'm giving the projection. This is the projection name. You can give another projection. There are multiple that you can read in the Cartopy module. So after that, I will, with the imshow command, this is the command from the matplotlib. It will help you to show your image, means your data within the geospatial. So im data minus 273, because it is in the Kelvin units. If you see the Kelvin here, I would like to see in a temperature in a Celsius, so I just deducted, means 273 degrees. And extent is that, you can see here, I explained here, I wrote it here. Extent means the corner of your plot. Okay, this is one corner, this is x corner, means longitude one corner, another corner. Y minimum means latitude corner, and maximum, so it will start from there. If you don't know the values, means if it is hard to point, go to the Google map or so somewhere other maps and point out the your longitude and latitude, but it's not that much time effective and effortless. So simply with the help of these commands, you can simply give in that. See what I did here, I did it as a longitude and latitude and x and y. So simply I can give that x minimum and x maximum. So these are the whatever data you have in your file, so it will take automatically the corners. And the CMap will give the color map, which color map you wanted to see in your geospatial plot. And this origin is the figure differences. For example, from top to bottom, or lower to upper, or upper to lower, you can tilt it. So that is this command will do. And okay, what I think I will show some I think, yeah, this is the title, you know that these commands will help you. Let's say before going to further things, I will comment out everything. Okay, let it be. I will run this. See, this is the color map, I got it, and I add the color bar here. I will explain that later. Anyway, so this is the data, jet and everything. So this is the jet color map. If you give another one, then it will be different. So what its upper will do, see, it will reverse it from upper to lower. The plot, your data will show from upper to lower, so it's not appropriate way. So I will use that lower again. Good. So I will run it again. Yeah, this is my data, it's look like. So what after that, I have to give title. I have given temperature at the 2 meters level, that's okay. So next I would like to give some boundaries, then I will understand what is the where I located and everything. This data is north part of India, I have simulated the model and I would like to see how it is look like. So I will give this back and comment out, and I will give the features of my borders and state provinces. And also you can give several features: land, coastlines, sorry, double two times I had it, ocean and lakes and rivers, like that. So I think it's not needed. Two times I have given, sorry. Yeah, so you can give multiple features as well. So we'll see what's gonna happen now. See, you can see the boundaries, state borders and everything. So state borders and the country borders I have given here, and I have given the blue color because it is almost red, so I would like to see vibrant. Maybe you can give black, yellow, white, whatever you want. So this is the color bar. It will give the color scale, and if you want to see color scale minor ticks, you can just click on that, minor ticks on. You can see the minor ticks here, and after that you have to, means you'd like to see the longitude and latitude also here. So what I did, I just took the grid lines from the axis. So these are the top labels, means I don't want the labels here and the right side, so I just make it false, means I just turn it off, the labels from the top and the right side. I will see what's gonna happen now. See, yeah, simple. And this alpha means this is the grid lines. I just made it so I reduced the opacity, but if you want you can completely turn on. You can see the grid lines, but usually I don't prefer this. Okay, so this is very simple script. This script looks like so big, but it's not actually. If you extract the commands what I used it's maybe very few lines, and you can use this file for several applications. You can modify according to your need, and I will upload this file in my description. You can download it from the GitHub directly. I will put it in that. Thanks to watching this video, and in the next video I would like to uh, read multiple netcdf files and put it together with the respect of time, and I will see, maybe I will create an new script for the animation also, how it is look like. Yeah, actually I'm very new to Python, but I'm interested to do learning everything. So this is, I found this is the way to get more motivation to learn, because after I'm learning I'm trying to explain it. So I hope you will like it, and I hope you will encourage me with your likes. Thank you.